Yo, 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 what's good, fam? Your boy's back, and today we got the most genius, most addicting, most how did they even pull this off breakdown in hip-hop history. Psst, I see dead people.
I'm scared, bro.
I'm scared.
That's Drake's house.
Oh, shit.
Monster on the beat, ho. Any rap nigga, he a freak.
Not DJ Mustard.
DJ Mustard is in this too.
Mustard, you in this too?
Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro.
This beat is fucking crazy.
Niggas about to kill someone on a mustard beat.
We talking about the beat that didn't just make a diss track, it made a dance floor anthem while Drake was getting cooked in real time. DJ Mustard didn't just make a beat for Kendrick's Not Like Us, he created a weapon that made the whole world dance while Drake got destroyed. This is how you turn a diss track into a party, and today I'm about to show you how a producer tag became the cheat code that broke the internet. And I'm telling you right now, this is the most disrespectful, most hilarious, most absolutely savage production choice in the history of hip-hop beef. Because Mustard didn't just help Kendrick win the battle, he made Drake's funeral into a celebration. He made Drake's career death into a block party. He made Drake's cultural assassination into a dance challenge. If you're ready for the most high energy, evidence-packed, and straight up hilarious deep dive you ever heard, smash that like, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. Because we about to break down how DJ Mustard turned Drake's destruction into the catchiest song of 2024. Let's set the scene because the context is everything. The beef is at a boiling point. Drake's out here thinking he's untouchable, thinking he's the king, thinking nobody can touch him. Kendrick's been quiet, calculating, planning his attack, and then boom, Not Like Us drops on May 4th, 2024. But before Kendrick even spits a bar, before you even hear a word, you hear it. Mustard on the beat, ho. Now, that's not just a tag, that's a warning. That's like hearing the Jaws theme before the shark shows up. That's like hearing the Mortal Kombat finish him before the fatality. You know something's about to go down. But here's where it gets hilarious. The second that tag hits, everybody's head starts nodding. Even Drake fans. Even people who were defending Drake 5 seconds ago. The beat is so infectious, so funky, so West Coast, you can't help but move. It's like Mustard laced the track with dance floor crack. It's like he put a spell on the beat that makes your body move against your will. Drake fans were out here trying to hate, but their feet were betraying them. Their hips were moving, their heads were bobbing. Imagine being a Drake stan, trying to defend your man, but you're dancing while you type your angry comments. That's comedy. That's like trying to look tough while doing the Macarena. It doesn't work. And the wildest part? This is a diss track. This is supposed to be aggressive. This is supposed to be angry. But Mustard said, nah, let's make it funky. Let's make it a party. Let's make Drake's funeral the most lit event of the year. That's disrespectful on a level we've never seen before. That's like showing up to someone's funeral and turning it into a rave. That's like playing Celebration by Kool and the Gang at a memorial service. The audacity is incredible. Now let's break down why this beat is a cheat code, because the genius is in the details. First off, Mustard's signature sound is that ratchet funk fusion. You got the bouncy drums that make you want a two-step. You got the snappy snares that hit like Kendrick's punchlines. You got the rolling hi-hats that keep the energy up. And that bass line hits you in the chest like a Kendrick bar to Drake's soul. The BPM is perfect. It's sitting at around 98 BPM, which is just fast enough to make you want to get up and move, but just slow enough to let Kendrick breathe and drop those surgical bars. This ain't just a beat, it's a groove, it's a vibe, it's a whole West Coast block party in a bottle. And here's the comedy. Drake is from Toronto. He's supposed to represent the 6. But Mustard hit him with that West Coast sound so hard that Drake probably forgot what city he's from. The beat is so California that Drake probably started craving In-N-Out Burger while getting destroyed. Mustard really said, let me show this Canadian boy what real West Coast music sounds like, and then proceeded to make the funkiest, most infectious beat that had the whole world doing the West Coast boogie while Drake's career was ending. That's like getting jumped by the entire West Coast while they're dancing. That's like getting roasted at a party where everyone's having the time of their lives. The disrespect is layered, and the genius? Mustard made a diss track you can dance to. Let me repeat that because it's important. He made a diss track you can dance to. That's psychological warfare at the highest level. Think about every classic diss track in history.
Devil is a lie, here 69.
Aggressive, angry, you're not dancing to that. Ether by Nas, brutal, vicious, you're not two-stepping to that. No Vaseline by Ice Cube, savage, ruthless, you're not doing the electric slide to that. But Not Like Us? You can play that at a wedding.
They not like us. They not like us.
They not like us.
So the Timberwolves, who have led by as many as 32.
Okay.
I'm outside.
If you're just joining us.
Nobody's just joining.
Man, that's funny to say that during the pod.
Like they went to 2 hours and 22 seconds, yo.
If you are just
getting
now
here,
joining
the
us,
commercial break.
Ish has been putting up a valiant fight for the Drake Vengers. He's articulated himself well.
He did.
And he has contributed to what I believe to be a fuck of a podcast thus far. Mm-hmm. But if you're just joining us, this is the part where it gets tricky for him. This is the part where drink the tea. That's a lot of tea. That tea cooling off.
That cup empty.
Oh, man. This is the part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, let me give you an example. Because Ish is my man. You ever try to wake somebody up that was oversleep, that was just like a heavy sleeper? These demons that are asleep, if there was one thing that should have woke the demon up, it was mustard. Mm-hmm. This is why when all you bitch ass niggas out there were taking Drake over the field, novice take, but I get it. It was difficult to agree with that because the field is really, really talented. The field is talented at whatever their talent is. When Captain America show up, he gonna do a trick with the shield. Mm-hmm. He may not be able to shoot a ball the greatest, but that shield go Thor, the hammer, mustard with this beat. If you've never been to Los Angeles, if you've never been back to cultural currency, if you've never been to Parks just came from Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Heard this out there too now.
There is culture regionally.
Yes, definitely.
New Orleans, the Carolinas, Atlanta, LA. I was in whatever club that was many years ago. I had to learn about some of these sounds. The Bay. Oh yeah. Where you had to learn about sounds. You go to DC to go-go, Jersey to club. You just got to learn about the sounds.
The sounds, yeah.
I was in LA. I was in a section, broke, trying to work a record. Didn't know nobody in there, just me, Web and Nitty. And that motherfucking tied that. Two baby in a line, and they both know about each other. And everybody in the club, that shit said, mustard on the beat hard. And that whole club started going crazy. And I started asking around, hey, yo, I'm looking for beats. Who in the fuck is making this beat and who's this nigga singing? And the whole club said, that's Mustard. Mm-hmm. Legend. Up every time it go. If you see him, it's lit. Mm-hmm. So just the mere fact that it's Mustard.
I ain't know where he was going until I heard Mustard. Oh, God.
You better thank your fucking heavens up above that it is not HBCU season.
Oh, yeah.
You better thank God
100%.
that them Bears
It's coming.
No, it's still.
You can play that at a barbecue. You can play that at your grandma's birthday party, and everybody's gonna be dancing while Kendrick destroys Drake's entire existence. That's genius. That's revolutionary. That's changing the game. While Kendrick is ending Drake's career, the beat is making everybody celebrate it. You got DJs spinning this in clubs. You got TikTok blowing up with dance challenges. You got athletes celebrating touchdowns to Drake's destruction. You got international audiences getting in on the action. This is the first time in history a diss track became a global dance phenomenon. That's not just a win, that's a flex. That's like winning a fight and then making your opponent's defeat into a holiday. And the comedy? Bruh, imagine being Drake. You're sitting in your mansion in Toronto, probably crying into your champagne, and you turn on the TV and see NBA players celebrating to Not Like Us. You check Instagram and see dance challenges. You go on TikTok and see millions of videos of people dancing to your destruction. That's torture. That's psychological warfare. That's like getting roasted and then having to watch the roast go viral. Drake can't escape this beat. It's everywhere. It's at the club. It's at the gym. It's at the grocery store. It's probably playing in his own house. Drake probably has PTSD from that mustard on the beat ho tag now. He probably hears it in his sleep. He probably wakes up in cold sweats hearing those drums. The beat is haunting him. Let's talk about the producer tag psychology, because this is where it gets deep. When you hear mustard on the beat ho, you know it's about to be funky. That tag is like Pavlov's bell for hip hop heads. It primes your brain for movement. It's not just branding, it's a declaration. It's a warning. It's saying, get ready to move because this beat is about to make you do things you didn't plan on doing. The tag signals party time, not battle time. But Kendrick flipped it. He made it party time and battle time. He made it celebration and assassination. He made it dance floor and murder scene. The brain expects groove but gets destruction. That's how you catch your opponent slipping. That's psychological warfare. That's like offering someone a handshake and then pulling them into a headlock. Drake's fans were out here dancing to their own funeral and didn't even realize it. They were celebrating their own L. They were two-stepping to their own defeat. That's like showing up to your own roast and bringing the snacks. That's like getting dunked on and then doing the celebration dance with the other team. That's like getting knocked out and then giving your opponent a standing ovation. The cognitive dissonance is hilarious. Drake fans were trying to defend him online while their bodies were betraying them. Their fingers were typing Drake won, but their feet were doing the shuffle. Their mouths were saying Kendrick is overrated, but their hips were swaying. You can't fight a beat this funky. You can't resist a groove this infectious. Mustard made it impossible to hate. Even if you wanted to support Drake, your body wouldn't let you. Now let's get technical, because the genius is in the details. The drum programming is in the pocket, tight, bouncy, impossible not to nod your head to. Mustard used a classic West Coast drum pattern with that signature bounce. The kick drum hits on the 1 and 3, giving it that head-nodding foundation. The snare hits on the 2 and 4 with that snap that makes you want to clap along. The hi-hats are doing this rolling pattern that creates movement and energy. And the bass? Oh man, the bass. Those low-end frequencies hit your body physically, not just your ears. The bass pattern is simple but effective. It's doing this walking pattern that makes you want to move. It's hitting those sub-frequencies that you feel in your chest. The melodic choices? Simple but infectious. Mustard knows how to make a melody stick in your head for days. He's using these synth stabs that are catchy but not overwhelming. The melody is repetitive enough to be memorable but varied enough to stay interesting. And the space and silence? This is where Mustard shows his mastery. The arrangement leaves room for Kendrick's bars to breathe, to land, to hit. That's why every punchline feels like a haymaker. The beat is the ring, and Kendrick is the champ. When Kendrick says certified pedophile, the beat gives it space. When he says ovo, the beat lets it breathe. When he says you're not like us, the beat makes sure you hear it. That's production genius. That's knowing when to do less so the artist can do more. That's understanding that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is get out of the way. And here's the comedy. Drake probably listened to this beat and thought, damn, this is fire. I wish I had this beat. And then realized, oh wait, this is the beat that's being used to destroy. Drake probably listened to this beat and thought, damn, this is fire. I wish I had this beat. And then realized, oh wait, this is the beat that's being used to destroy me. That's like getting hit with your own weapon. That's like getting roasted with your own jokes. Drake probably wanted to dance to this beat but couldn't because it was the soundtrack to his own funeral. The irony is delicious. The comedy is endless. The disrespect is legendary. Let's talk about the cultural victory, because this is where it gets historic. Mustard's production became legendary. He made Drake's destruction into a celebration. The beat turned Kendrick's victory into a cultural moment. This is sonic branding, the West Coast reclaiming hip-hop dominance. This is California saying, we're back and we're bringing the funk. This is the West Coast showing the world that they still know how to make music that moves people. Young producers are studying this approach. They're in their studios right now trying to figure out how Mustard made a diss track this catchy. They're analyzing the drum patterns. They're studying the bass lines. They're trying to recreate the magic. Industry execs are calling it a game changer. They're saying, this is the new standard. This is what diss tracks need to sound like now. They're probably calling their artists saying, can you make something like Not Like Us? This beat will be remembered historically as the one that made the whole world dance to a diss track. This is going in the textbooks. This is going in the documentaries. This is going in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. In the comedy, Drake is probably sitting in his mansion thinking, how did I lose to a dance track? How did I get destroyed by a song people play at parties? How did my career end to a beat people do the electric slide to? That's embarrassing. That's like losing a boxing match to someone doing the moonwalk. That's like getting knocked out by someone who's dancing. The humiliation is complete. Drake thought he was in a rap battle. Turns out, he was at a dance competition and didn't even know it. He showed up with bars and Kendrick showed up with choreography. He brought lyrics and Kendrick brought the boogie. And Drake lost. He lost to the funk. He lost to the groove. He lost to the bounce. His career ended on a dance floor. Let's talk about the internet-breaking conclusion because the numbers don't lie. DJ Mustard didn't just produce a diss track, he created a cultural phenomenon. When your beat makes the whole world dance to your artist's victory, you've achieved production immortality. When your beat becomes the soundtrack to someone's destruction, you've reached a level of legendary that most producers only dream about. Streaming dominance? Not Like Us hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's the first diss track to ever debut at #1. The beat contributed to that chart success. People were streaming it not just because of Kendrick's bars, but because the beat was addictive. Cultural penetration? The production reached non-hip-hop audiences. Your grandma probably heard this beat. Your co-workers who don't listen to rap probably heard this beat. People who think hip-hop is just noise were dancing to this beat. Producer elevation? Mustard's legendary status went through the roof. He went from that guy who makes club bangers to the genius who made Drake's funeral a party. His stock in the industry skyrocketed. Hip-hop evolution? This changed expectations for diss track production forever. Now every diss track is going to be compared to Not Like Us. Producers are going to be asked, can you make it funky like Mustard did? The bar has been raised. In the comedy, Drake is probably calling producers right now like, can you make me a comeback track that's as catchy as the song that destroyed me? And they're probably like, bro, that's impossible. Mustard is a genius. You can't compete with that. Drake is probably in the studio right now trying to make a response track, but every beat he hears sounds boring compared to Not Like Us. He's probably going through beat packs like, nah, not funky enough. Nah, not catchy enough. Nah, this won't make people dance while I'm trying to defend myself. The man is stuck. He's trapped. He can't respond because anything he drops is gonna sound weak compared to Mustard's production. That's checkmate. That's game over. That's the ultimate victory. Let's get into the evidence because I got receipts. The technical breakdown of the beat elements, those drums, that bass, those melodies, it's all perfect. Music producers on YouTube have done breakdowns. They're analyzing every element. They're showing how Mustard crafted this masterpiece. DJs and producers everywhere reacting like, yo, how did he make a diss track this funky? They're in disbelief. They're studying it like it's a textbook. They're trying to reverse engineer the genius.
They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now.
Music theory analysis says it's the syncopation, the groove, the way the beat leaves space for the bars. It's the pocket, it's the swing, it's the way everything works together. Compared to other Mustard productions, Rack City, My Hitta, or Nah, this one is on another level. This is Mustard at his peak. This is Mustard showing why he's one of the greatest producers of this generation. Social media dance videos and challenges? Off the charts. TikTok has millions of videos. Instagram is flooded. YouTube is packed. Everybody's doing the Not Like Us dance. Everybody's getting their groove on. And the comedy? Drake is probably scrolling through TikTok, seeing all these dance challenges and crying. He's seeing teenagers dancing to his destruction. He's seeing grandmas doing the shuffle to his defeat. He's seeing dogs doing tricks to the beat that ended his career. That's torture. That's psychological warfare. That's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night. Club DJs say the crowd goes wild every time. They drop Not Like Us and the entire club erupts. People are screaming, people are dancing, people are having the time of their lives. And what are they celebrating? Drake's defeat. They're partying to Drake's destruction. They're dancing to Drake's downfall. The irony is beautiful. Sports celebrations? NBA players are using it. LeBron James posted about it. NFL players are celebrating touchdowns to it. Athletes across all sports are using this as their anthem. And Drake is probably watching these games like, why are they celebrating to the song that ended my career? He's probably turning off the TV. He's probably avoiding sports entirely. He can't escape it. International adoption? Remixes in every language. People in Japan are dancing to it. People in Brazil are vibing to it. People in France are getting down to it. This is a global phenomenon. Drake's destruction went worldwide. His defeat is international. His L is universal. There's nowhere on earth he can go to escape this beat. Industry recognition? Producers everywhere giving Mustard his flowers. They're saying, this is genius. This is legendary. This is what we should all aspire to. They're putting Mustard in the conversation with the greats. Music execs saying this is the new standard. They're telling their artists, this is what we need. This is what the people want. This is what wins. The industry has spoken. Academic analysis? Universities breaking down the cultural significance. Professors are using this in their classes. Students are writing papers about it. This is being studied in schools. Drake is probably getting roasted in college courses. Imagine being Drake and finding out that universities are teaching about your defeat. That's humiliating. That's legacy destroying. That's permanent. Chart performance data? #1 on Billboard. Streaming records shattered. Radio play through the roof. This is domination. This is supremacy. This is victory. And Drake, he's watching all these numbers like, how did this happen? How did a diss track about me become the biggest song of the year? The confusion is real. The denial is strong. The L is permanent. This is the blueprint for how to make a diss track that wins the culture and the charts. This is the formula. This is the recipe. This is the cheat code. And the comedy? Bruh, Drake's fans were out here dancing to their own L. That's like showing up to your own roast and bringing the snacks. That's like getting dunked on and then celebrating with the other team. That's like losing a fight and then doing a victory lap for your opponent. The disrespect is legendary. The humiliation is complete. The defeat is total. Kendrick and Mustard made a track so infectious, even the haters couldn't resist. Even people who wanted to defend Drake were dancing. Even people who thought Kendrick was wrong were grooving. Even people who didn't care about the beef were moving. That's how you know you won. When even your opponent's fans can't help but celebrate your victory. When even the people who hate you can't resist your music. When even your enemies are dancing to your triumph. Drake fans were in the club dancing to Not Like Us and then going home and typing "Drake is still the GOAT" on Twitter. The cognitive dissonance is hilarious. The mental gymnastics are Olympic level. The denial is astronomical. They were literally dancing to Drake's funeral and then trying to convince themselves he's still alive. That's comedy. That's tragedy. That's Shakespearean. Let's talk about the legacy, because this is permanent. This beat will be remembered as the one that changed the game. It's the cheat code. It's the blueprint. It's the standard. It's the reason every diss track from now on got a slap. It's the reason producers can't just make aggressive beats anymore. It's the reason the bar has been raised. Producers everywhere are taking notes. They're studying the